Waves of migrants from other Philippine provinces and even other countries have turned Puerto Princesa into a melting pot of various cultures. Among the original inhabitants are the Cuyunons who possess a rich legacy of folklores and traditions. Indigenous groups include the Palawans, Tagbanwas, Taot Bato, and the Bataks, each group with its distinct culture and system of beliefs. The Palawan tribe, also known as Palawano, is an indigenous ethnic group found in Palawan. The Palawans have an animistic belief system, believing that all living things have a soul and that humans should do our best to live in harmony with plants, animals, and nature. A central concern for the Palawans is how they can fulfill their own needs while remaining respectful of the spirits that surround them. An example of how their animistic faith influences their traditions is their unique practice of cooking food only inside bamboo tubes. The practice of cooking using bamboo originates from the tribe's history of being nomadic. As bamboo tubes were easy to transport, prepare for cooking and dispose of afterwards. In addition to this, using bamboo to prepare food helped minimize the resources they would take from their surrounding environment. They prepare delicious delicacies like the piñaram, a rice or cassava cake similar to the Tagalog's bibingka. The Palawan tribe's bamboo cooking tradition shows us that efficiency and economy with nature are enough to fulfill our daily needs. The tribes of the Tagbano are known to practice the shifting cultivation of upland rice and are known for a rice wine ritual called Pagdiwata. The Tagbano tribes also believe in a lot of deities that they believe can be found in their surroundings. The Batak, which means mountain people in Cuyuno, lived in the rugged interiors of northeastern Palawan. Living close to the nature, they are peaceful and shy people. The Batak believe in nature spirits with whom they communicate through a babaylan or medium. The principle on which the Palawan base their life is called ingasik, meaning compassion. This underlies all their actions and emphasizes the importance of behaving with generosity and sympathy towards others. The people of Puerto Princesa are very warm and friendly, hospitable and full of pride at their natural heritage. More than 75 distinct cultural groups live in the area. Most of these cultures are of Asian origin, but there are also African and Spanish cultures in the area. This makes Palawan an amazing place because of the diversity of the culture.
The largest province in the Philippines, Palawan is home to a number of indigenous ethno-linguistic groups including the Tagbanwa, Palawan, Taot Bato, Batak, Agutaynon, and Cuyonon. These communities are dispersed throughout the province and reside in mountainous and coastal villages. According to the history of the province, the ancestors of these destitute individuals inhabited Palawan long before the arrival of Malay settlers from the Indonesian Empire of Majapahit in the 12th century. Some of the characteristics possessed by these indigenous ethno-linguistic groups are being peaceful, shy, simple and artistically expressive, creative, hospitable, and humble. Some of these indigenous groups, such as the Batak, have short, curly, and typically kinky hair, while others, such as the Agutaynon and Tagbanwa, have brown skin, slender stature, and straight hair. There is also a tribe in the province of Palawan that is considered naive when it comes to socialization and would always welcome outsiders with great caution because they have always feared getting sick, and this group is the Palawan. The aforementioned indigenous groups such as the Taot Bato continue to live a simple lifestyle. In this tribe, men continue to wear bark and fabric G-strings, while women cover their lower bodies with fabric skirts. The majority of the women in this tribe are half naked, but as a result of trade, they are beginning to wear blouses. These tribes, the Tagbanwa, Palawan, Taot Bato, Batak, Agutaynon, and Cuyonon continue to live being artistically expressive, creative, hospitable, and humble. They write their own music, choreograph their own dances, and create their own games. The remarkable and humbling modest way of life and the warmth of the hospitality of these indigenous groups distinguishes Palawan, and these are the characteristics of the people for whom Palawan is best known.
Here's the basic recipe for Palawan's famous honey nugget. First, gather the ingredients. Grease a 9x 13-inch baking pan. When the pan is hot, slowly pour in the oil. Put the nuts in and cook them for 3 minutes until they become golden brown. In a large heavy saucepan, over medium heat, combine the sugar and honey. Stir constantly until the sugar dissolves. Then use a wet pastry brush to wipe down the sides of the saucepan to prevent sugar crystals from forming. Continue to cook the syrup without stirring. When the sugar syrup is nearing the proper temperature, begin to beat the egg whites until stiff peaks form. We use double boiler since we don't have a mixer. Remove the pan from the heat once the syrup has caramelized. Pour the hot syrup slowly into the egg whites. Beat them on high for an additional 5 minutes, or until they hold their shape. Continue to cook the sugar syrup with egg whites. Stir in the nuts by hand. Then pour the nuts into the prepared pan. Here's our own made honey nugget of Palawan.
A week-long celebration of the founding anniversary of the civil government of Palawan, dubbed as Baragatan, from a Cuyuno word, begar, which means a convergence of people coming together from various municipalities, bringing their songs, dances, and music, and present all these aspects of life through cultural presentation, trade shows, exhibitions, float parades, and street dancing. Baragatan celebrates the foundation of the civil government of Palawan. The festival derives its name from a Cuyunon term that means meeting. And true to its meaning, Baragatan is a convergence of coming together of the people of Palawan to celebrate its history and rich culture.